Welcome to New England Boating. I'm Parker Kelly.
And I'm Tom Richardson, and today we're launching our 25-foot Boston Whaler Outrage here at the Bass River Launch Ramp in Yarmouth, Massachusetts on the south side of Cape Cod. It's a great, well-maintained facility that affords quick access to the waters in Nantucket Sound. And today we're going to be taking the Whaler across the Sound to the island of Nantucket.
The word Nantucket is said to mean faraway land, but it's not that far away when you launch your boat from the Bass River.
No, sure isn't.
Now the seas are calm and the wind's coming out of the southwest at about 10 knots. So it looks like some clear sailing.
That's right. So let's get the Whaler in the water and head across the Sound to Nantucket.
New England Boating, Nantucket.
Let's go. Well, we made it safe and sound to Nantucket Harbor. It didn't take us very long to get across the Sound thanks to great conditions. We made it in about 40-45 minutes.
Yeah, I am so excited to be here. Nantucket is 14 miles long and 3.5 miles wide, and it is 40% conservation land. It's long been one of my favorite places.
Yeah, it's long been a lot of people's favorite places, judging by the amount of boats here in the harbor. We're going to check out Nantucket Harbor and Nantucket the island in more detail. We're going to go ashore, show you some of the shops and restaurants, maybe grab a beer. You're going to go to a spa. But first, we're going to check in with George Bassett, the dockmaster here at the Nantucket Boat Basin.
We're here with George Bassett, the dockmaster at the Nantucket Boat Basin, and we're right outside of the harbor at the Nantucket Bell Buoy. And George is going to show us what we need to know as boaters when we navigate this harbor.
We're going to start heading down the channel, the main channel entrance to Nantucket.
So we're coming up on the jetties, George. You can hardly see them. You better know where you're going when you're in here. They're pretty dangerous sometimes, right?
Yes, the Nantucket Channel does have an east and a west jetty. Years ago, when they were put in place, they were above water at high tide, and through the years of siltration and sinking at high tide, both jetties are underwater, which creates a very hazardous situation for the boater. Okay, here we are passing Red Nun, number 6. As we've made our turn from between buoys 8 and 10, we're heading in a southeasterly direction. We're going to round Brand Point Lighthouse, which is the second oldest lighthouse in the United States.
Oh, is it?
Subject to Boston Light. Boston Light being the oldest.
Really?
And what's this building over, this boathouse that we're looking at right there?
That boathouse is the old Coast Guard boathouse, where they used to make the repairs in the boats.
That would be Station Brand Point, right?
This is Coast Guard Station Brand Point, two of their 47-footers. Those are the boats that actually will go out in a heavy sea and roll over and upright themselves. We look just off the starboard bow is the entrance to the marina, and that's where one would call ahead. We will then give them directions on where to go into their slip. There'll be a couple of attendants to meet them and greet them at the slip to assist them in their dockage. On the southernmost pier of the marina is the fuel dock.
And I take it you carry lots of diesel and lots of gas.
Yes, we do. There's a whole tank farm up there full of it.
I'm sure.
So,
yeah, looking around at these boats, you need an awful lot of them. They're pretty thirsty. Well, thanks a lot, George, for that informative tour of Nantucket Harbor and including what we need to know and boaters need to know to get their boat in here safely. Stick around, though, because we got a lot more coming your way, including a visit to Cisco Brewery and a little fishing action.
But first, Tom and I are going to go for a bike ride.
We are?
The cottages at the boat basin provide complimentary bicycles, and Tom and I are going to take a tour of Nantucket Village.
Oh, really? That sounds like fun. We'll exercise, work off some of that good Nantucket food.
Indeed. Nantucket by bicycle.